The $95 billion foreign aid package gives $60 billion for Ukraine in a war that Russia has largely been winning. A New York Times report states Ukraine's ability to fight back has deteriorated recently. And Ohio Senator J.D. Vance says U.S. manufacturing can't even currently keep pace with Russian weapons productions. So from a fiscal perspective, what does this mean for you? Well, joining us now is the Executive Vice President of the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold. Good morning to you, sir. Great to see you, as always. So there's been these lingering questions from the inception that there's been a lot of money that's already been given to Ukraine. What did you make, though, of Congress not offsetting the current budget, the current cost here, with spending cuts elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super concerning. $95 billion after we've spent trillions and trillions of dollars. Our deficit for this fiscal year, which is only halfway over, has already exceeded $1 trillion. Our entitlement programs like Social Security and Medicare are on paths to bankruptcy right now. Inflation hasn't gone away. We have a lot of problems on the home front. And to spend $95 billion without offsetting a single penny was really irresponsible by Congress.
Are these funds necessary in our foreign policy goals?
Well, that's a great question, and I think our foreign policy goals are being re-examined. That's a thoughtful and important exercise right now. How much should we be spending abroad? Certainly there are a lot of challenges across the globe, but as we have increasingly mounting challenges here domestically on a fiscal level, I think we need to re-examine the efficacy of our dollars and the wisdom of engaging in foreign entanglements on an increasing basis. So I think that thought process is happening. It's happening across the political spectrum right now. And we really need to be more mindful of the impact of our foreign engagement on our domestic well-being.
Also, when you talk about $95 billion, it does seem like an easy fix to just redistribute perhaps, unused COVID funds, as we've talked about. But you say it's also ridiculous to keep hearing a handful of GOP lawmakers who want to remove Mike Johnson from the speakership. Why would this be disastrous?
Yeah, I think Mike Johnson, by and large, is doing a very difficult job. His conference, the House Republicans, are completely divided right now, and he has absolutely no leverage when he goes into conversations with Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden, because they both know that whatever he says, he's going to be undermined by his party. So we need more cohesiveness among House Republicans. They're our only option right now for pushing back on Biden's agenda as he tries to do more and more through executive authority. Congress is the weapon that we have to push back against that. And if the House continues to be in disarray, if they depose Mike Johnson, for instance, here, it's going to undermine our ability to place a check on the presidency.
Yeah, we know how long it took just to get him in the speakership role that he was in and how many votes that took, right? Another issue you see is the billions that Biden's trying to forgive in student loan debt and transfer that to taxpayers. How much money will this end up costing Americans, and can Congress block it?
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely staggering. We talk about the $95 billion that we are spending on foreign policy. This could amount to as much as $750 billion, according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. And this would be done unilaterally without the assent of Congress. And after just a year ago, the Supreme Court struck down a smaller but similar plan to forgive student debt. This isn't just going to people that are struggling, that are making $30,000, $40,000 in a tough economy. According to the Penn-Wharton model, some of these funds would go to people making north of $300,000. They'd be getting upwards of $25,000. Wealthy people getting tens of thousands of dollars while taxpayers pick up the bill. This is an egregious plan, and this is exactly the kind of reason why getting rid of the speaker would really undermine our efforts to push back on this type of reckless spending.
You've also said this is unconstitutional, so why aren't we seeing something being done?
Well, I think the president is going to act here and then figure out what happens in the courts. So he's going to take action, and he's trying to get these checks, this relief out the door prior to November's election. And it's going to be lay at the feet of the courts right now to put a pause on it or to dismantle it altogether. But you can never put all of your faith in the courts. I think we also need Congress to step in and slam the brakes on this reckless plan.
Executive Vice President of the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold. Great to see you as always. Happy Friday Eve. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jen.